let's get to the predictions here. So how do you see this game going? Who do you pick for this game and why?
If Chad starts, I got this. It's hard to give a definitive prediction because, like I have done our last couple of episodes, it really hinders on positional play. If Chad plays decent, but the defense stuns out, I think that they find a way to scrummage up a close one. If Chad turns the ball over and you got to rely on the defense, I think Buffalo blows them off the doors. Now, if Mahomes plays, I think it's a shootout because you're literally just going shot for shot for shot for shot because we're talking two of the best arms in football going back and forth at it. The weather, like you said, is going to be pretty simple, and I think it could end up coming down to the wire. So I'm just going to give a stupid prediction because normally I don't like to make this, but based off of Andy Reid, based off of what I've seen from Kansas City this season, I'm going to safely go with Kansas City. I don't have a score. I don't have a prediction. I don't know by how much, but I'm just going blindly Kansas City. If I had to put my wallet on the table, I'm putting Kansas City.
I'll break it down to you like this. It's very simple. If Chad Henne starts because Patrick Mahomes can't go, I think the Bills win this one by 10 points. If Patrick Mahomes plays, I think Kansas City wins by 7. That's how I kind of see it. I really think that this is like a 17. This is literally kind of like a 3-possession type swing that we're talking about here. Just because Mahomes is literally the oil to that offense. Without him, that offense is, I'm just going to flat out say it. I think it's pretty stagnant. Even when you have Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, McCole Hardman, Sammy Watkins, and then Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the backfield. But you still need an orchestrator of the offense to get momentum going. And I just don't have a lot of faith in Chad Henne. Patrick Mahomes, completely different. I literally think that if Chad Henne plays, I think they might score 17 points. I think if Patrick Mahomes plays, I think Kansas City scores like 31, 34 points. That's how I see this. That's how big of a swing that we're talking about here.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, look, when the Chiefs were playing against the Browns last week, they were up, what was it, 19 points? It was like 22 to 3 at halftime. Yeah. And honestly, it probably could have been even higher just because I think Buck ended up missing a field goal and then an extra point. So they did leave some points on the board. If Mahomes stays in that game, I don't even think the Browns even have some sort of a comeback. I think Mahomes puts up 35 on Cleveland and it's a blowout. So
no, I agree completely, but Chad only threw the ball 8 times.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, they did. But there was one particular time that he threw it, and it was just an awful interception.
Again, no practice, no first team reps. The guy hasn't thrown a meaningful snap in years. This is a whole week of practice. There's no way Andy Reid is going to leave him not prepared.
I get it. Yeah, and that's true. It's just it's execution though. And look, even Tyreek Hill, he had his frustrations with Henne and the way that he executed in the game, because I remember that there was one play in particular where it looked like Tyreek Hill was running an in route and then he made a cut to the outside, but Chad Henne ended up, I think, checking it down over the middle to Kelce, I believe, and that was on 3rd down. And Tyreek was mad because it's probably going to be a touchdown if Chad is looking his way. So I don't know if I doubt that they're going to have those issues going into this week. Like you said, having those first team reps, I think, is a big difference. But I'll tell you this, if you're Buffalo and you see Chad Henne on the field, you've got to be excited because that defense is going to be that defense is going to be hunting after Chad Henne. Just because
he's going to look like some honey to the defense.
Yeah, I mean, like literally, like it is got to be a huge confidence booster, like you said. And then with the trip to the Super Bowl on the line, those boys are going to try to feast on that Kansas City offense because they know that they're limited with Chad Henne compared to Patrick Mahomes. So the way that I see this, like I said, if Chad Henne plays, I see Buffalo winning this by about 10 points. So like 27-17. But if Patrick Mahomes plays, I see it 34-27 Kansas City. And I really do think it stems to that one fact of, is Mahomes going to play? And literally, everybody's eyes have been focused on him these last couple of days ever since he took that hit against Cleveland, where basically he had no idea where he was. Like he could barely, like he was stumbling trying to get off that field last week against Cleveland. So it's a really tricky situation right now, and we don't know what it's going to be. But we still have 2-3 days before they end up playing. So a lot can change in that time. But I think it really is indicative on whether or not that Patrick Mahomes plays or not. But it's tough. It's a tough situation just because there's just an unknown with Patrick right now.
Yeah,
that's really
it's a
all
big
I can
question
say.
mark.